Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for the last 10 days of January. This is for January 22nd to the 31st. I'm Jennifer. Thank you for joining me. If you are new to this channel, I invite you to please subscribe now. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in and for subscribing. So I already pulled the cards. I meditate on your sign. I asked to bring a message, guidance, or advice for Aquarius, those born under the sun, moon, or rising. At the end of after I read these tarot cards, we're going to pull one oracle card as well as a one-word card from another deck that I have, and then that'll be it. So, Aquarius, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords could definitely be representing you because you are an air sign, and this queen can represent Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Though she is more Libra because Libra is the cardinal sign in the air, but definitely can represent Aquarius as well. And this queen, she gets a bad reputation for being sometimes cold and bitter, maybe the widow of the court cards. But she's not necessarily all bad. She's the kind of this energy is going to tell you like it is, right? No BS. Cut to the chase. This is clarity of thought, clarity of thinking, speaking with authority, and thinking with clarity and seeing things clearly. Because you see these clouds here are like at her feet, right? Not up here in her thoughts. So this is clarity of thought. Her sword is upright. She stands for truth. She stands for justice. And she is... she could represent, like, perhaps the energy of perhaps a lawyer or a judge, something like that, okay? Now, this the overall energy, so this could be a person that you know. It could be energy of you. It could be someone that you're dealing with. Next, we have the Hierophant, okay? So the Hierophant, this card speaks of spiritual laws. This card talks about not so much, I know that over time this card has come to have the a symbol of the Pope on the card, but this card does not represent tradition or religious affiliation or anything like that. What this card really represents is, because the Hierophant is a teacher, okay? These are the unchanging laws of spiritual and natural universal law, right? And the 5, even though 5 is a changeable number, that's because on the earthly plane, it's your understanding of that, right? You're learning. You're in a process of learning. We're always learning these things. And these keys here at the bottom of the Hierophant's feet, there at his feet, it means that this is at your feet. This knowledge is always here, open, available to you. It's up to you if you choose to unlock use the keys to unlock this spiritual understanding. Now, of course, the Hierophant could be a teacher outside of yourself, but we all have some spiritual knowledge or understanding within us all. We are all really our own teachers. We're here to learn from our experiences and to try to make the most of our experiences and bring them into a space where we can learn and teach others through that wisdom that we gain as well, okay? Now, next we have the Page of Cups. Now, this could represent, for many of you, I think this is a child. This is one of your children or your children in general. For many of you, I think so. And I think that even our children can come to us and teach us, right? I don't have kids. I don't know why I said our children, but children themselves, they teach us things. They teach us things about ourselves. They teach us... children are, in fact, they are pure, right? They haven't been conditioned or programmed to the extent that we have been, especially with all the years of that adults, we live through, and then we become even more rigid in our ways, where children, you know, like the water here, they're more in touch with their emotions. They're more fluid. Now, the page could also represent, for those of you who don't have children, this could be an offer coming in, perhaps some kind of a surprise offer, perhaps some news or a message that you already have received or are going to be receiving in this next 10 days, okay? The end of January, perhaps into February. And this message, whatever it is surprising. You're surprised by whatever is going on. Especially here with this fish popping up out of the cup. This is the only cup in all of the court cards. And in fact, the only other thing that's coming out of any other cups in the tarot is water. So fish, to me, you know, the fish live in the water, right? So this page is very comfortable in the water. This page is very comfortable in their emotions. Also, sort of surprising, right? Like, you're not expecting a fish to be popping out of this cup. Now, the Tower card can sometimes scare people, but the Tower does not always mean something negative, because a lot of times the Tower will show up, and I think you guys have gotten the Tower before in other readings, in terms of your belief systems and like what you thought versus what actually is. Might be very different, right? Especially with this Hierophant nearby, it's kind of like maybe your beliefs about things are changing. Maybe you're starting to see things differently. Maybe there's somebody in your life who, perhaps this Queen of Swords, and in fact, underneath there we have the High Priestess. So, perhaps it's you, perhaps somebody in your life who maybe made things clearer for you. Maybe you're seeing things in a clearer way. Maybe this message or some new beginning in your life has changed your beliefs about something, and now you're coming to a point where you have to, not so much that you have to decide something. I don't really get that with this reading, but it's almost as though you might be choosing to change course in some aspect of your life. Whether that's in, you know, just overall direction of your life and like what you choose to do with your time and how you put your energy into things. Perhaps even with the way in which you think about things. Or just maybe for some of you, like changing your religion, changing your spirituality. Whatever it is, it's a major change that you're going to feel like you're at a crossroads at some point in the near future. Okay, now these readings don't begin and end, you know, from the 22nd to 31st. These are ongoing energies, especially when we have these major arcana here. So I'm going to pull a clarifying card on the Tower just to see what else can you tell us about this Tower card? Can you clarify this Tower card for us, please? Okay, yeah. So we got the Ace of Wands. And underneath the deck now I have the King of Pentacles. So this could be you. Perhaps you run a business. Perhaps you're a business person. You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be a man. It could be a man, woman. It's just an energy. Somebody who is very affluent. Somebody who knows how to get what they want, manifest things that they want. This king in his higher functioning aspects can be very generous, very stable, very grounded, practical energy, okay? Of course, in its lower functioning aspects, this energy could be miserly, greedy, overly focused on the material, things like that. Perhaps you've been working very hard as well, because I see underneath there we have the Ten of Wands. So you might have been working a lot, doing a lot of work. And with the Ace of Wands and the Tower, that tells me that there's definitely whatever this is that's breaking down, that is, like, it could be just a change. But it's a change. It may not, like, sometimes the Tower card could show up and it can seem like a small change, but it has a long-lasting effect. And I think honestly, I think it's a very positive sign in this reading because it's going to bring you to a place of a new beginning of sorts. Okay? And it does have to do with what you believe and what you value, what your values are. Your value system might be changing. Hopefully for the better. Okay, so let's see what we have, excuse me, for our Oracle card message. So with the Ace of Wands, again, this is pure potential. Any ace that shows up is pure potential. What it says is that there is energy available there for a new beginning that is passionate, that has a lot of energy behind it. You could possibly feel a renewed sense of, I don't want to use the word passion again, but a renewed sense of, like, maybe if you're a business owner or if you're in a relationship, you know, it's like feeling like even though it's been there already, it's like renewed. It's like you feel just as excited as you did in the beginning. Kind of an energy, you know, it's that type of exciting energy. And then right after this, you get the Two of Wands, which could be like a crossroads or making a decision, right, to stay or go, as well as just perhaps seeing things differently, perhaps moving on from an old way of doing things and choosing to do things differently. So let me just give these cards one more. All right, let's see. Can we please have one card for Aquarius? For Aquarius, for this reading here, for further insight and guidance and advice for this last 10 days of January. Please bring out one card for Aquarius for this last 10 days of January. What else could Aquarius need to know? What other messages do we have for Aquarius? What else would Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know? Please show me one card. Okay, so we got two cards. So we got emotional protection and valley. So emotional protection. Let's see. Maybe you're changing the way you relate with others. Maybe you've been through some really, you know, like that Queen of Swords. How she becomes bitter is because she has been through the ringer and people have really, you know, caused her to react differently to others. You know, maybe she's been taken advantage of or she's seen a lot of things. And if you're taking on that energy, perhaps this emotional protection card goes here with this Hierophant and the Page of Cups, in that maybe you're changing the way you relate with others. So let's just see what this says. Gardenia is a very protective flower toward our emotional being. It strengthens the aura so that we are less impacted emotionally by people and events around us. I have often recommended it to healers, counselors, and such to prevent becoming emotionally tied to their clients' issues and problems. When gardenia appears, you will see a shift in your emotional well-being. You will become clearer and there will be an increasing sense of peace. Issues that you have been concerned about, especially with friends and loved ones, will calm. Focus on your emotional health, trust in your thoughts and perceptions. They are much clearer and becoming free of emotional fog. So maybe that's what this is too. It's like all that fog, right? That this card talks about is breaking away. It's like that. It's like the breakdown of the ego. Those beliefs that are not serving you. Those things that could be holding you back. Perhaps a breakdown of all that, of the illusion that was not letting you see things clearly. So let me see what this says here for Valley. So Valley is fertile new role. So again, we've got you making a decision. Maybe for some of you, you could be deciding to start your own business. Maybe some of you are looking to get a promotion at work, or change what it is that you put your energy into in any particular aspect of your life. So in a fertile valley, anything is possible. You can go anywhere, do anything, and become what you dream. Opportunities for a new life are at hand. What you do is protected now, so stretch yourself. Explore possibilities. You are coming home, and it is a place of refuge, where dreams can become reality. The efforts of your past journeys and endeavors are being fulfilled. They will now bring rewards. With those rewards will come opportunity to help others and to become part of something greater than personal ambitions. Okay, so perhaps, with this card here, talking about something greater for the good of all, right? That morality type of stuff. Especially Aquarius, you are the water bearer, right? Your sign is all about you're the sign for humanitarian. You're the humanitarian sign, right? So maybe this is you stepping more into your power. I mean, we did get a king and a queen at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is you stepping more into your power, realizing the power that you do have. First you become your own teacher, your own healer, because the Hierophant can also represent healing as well, a healer. Maybe healing modalities, especially here next to the Page of Cups. Perhaps some of you will consider going into a healing career. Maybe you'll look to become a therapist or nutritionist or, something like along those lines. So that's all I have for you with that. Let's get one of these little word cards here, because every video keeps getting longer and longer. Apparently I talk way too much. Okay. Give me one card for Aquarius. Okay. Enthusiasm. There we go. Enthusiasm. That goes great with this Ace of Wands. So, Aquarius, this next 10 days is probably going to be planting the seeds for this new beginning for you. I hope you have a great week. I hope that you will join me again for the next video. If this video resonated with you or if you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Bye. I'll see you in the next video.